Good morning from Broomstone's Curling Club in snow-covered Wayland, Massachusetts. This morning we have the third and fourth event semifinals of the 66th USWCA Women's National Championship. We're featuring sheet number 2 with Nutmeg 1 and Ardsley. The skip for Nutmeg 1 is Jennifer Stannard, and the skip for Ardsley is Nancy Clancy. We are already at second stones, and Jennifer's calling for a hit from Jane Beatty on the red stone. We'll see how swingy the ice is. Are they going to be able to hold it? Looks like a crash. She might get it on the backside. Let's take a look. Oh, not quite enough. Nutmeg Curling Club used the state of Connecticut, helping them with a large grant, and they now have their own dedicated ice. Always nice to have a new... Oh. But she got the backside. Oh, not enough to move it out of the house. Curling at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then if they win, they get a pleasure of curling again at noon in the finals. 10 end games, no break. Should be interesting if they have any legs left or arms by the time they get to noon. That draw didn't pull in, and not only that, but it opened up the front, which gives Jennifer an even bigger window of opportunity. And now we have her vice Nada, Leslie throwing, hopefully for the double. Oh, just missed. Just missed the double. Didn't come over quite enough. Nancy's going for a hit and a rollover to give herself another guard. No, not enough. They're just learning the ice, figuring it out, seeing where the runs are. Jennifer's another hit on that pesky rock in the back 8. This is her third or fourth attempt on it. Let's see if fifth time is the charm. Nada slides out, lets it go, a little wide. Is it gonna come? I think that rock in the back has a magic force field around it. Yeah. Since I have no idea what he's talking about. Star Trek is not in my wheelhouse, I'm sorry. Is that the Dr. Spock with the pointy ears? I'm not even going to touch that because I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh, that Dr. Spock. The toilet training Dr. Spock. Okay, here we go again. Now Jennifer's going to take another shot on this stone in the back. Okay, on the top of your viewer, there are buttons, and you can push them if you opt to view the activity on one of the other sheets. On sheet 1, we have the Coyotes from Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, against Cape Cod 1 in the semis for the third event. And on sheet 3, we have Exmoor, Marcy Callaway. Hold on a second. Jennifer finally got the stone. On sheet 3, we have Exmoor, Marcy Callaway against Nutmeg 2, Diane Muldowney in the semis for the third event. And on sheet 4, we have Cleveland Skating Club with Bonnie Sharp against Carol Wood from Rochester for the fourth event semis. Carol Wood told me that she's got a little surprise up her sleeve, or actually under her hat, so that if she's having a really rough day, she's going to pull that out. So you might want to take a look as the games go along and the scores mount up, but I'm hoping that her team's going to do well. You don't get into the semis if you can't play, so I'm sure she's going to do okay. We have Nancy's. We have Nancy's first stone. And she's going for a freeze, I believe. Yellow's got some points built up. She doesn't want to let them take a big end in the first event. But her stone's not coming. Once you get outside that sweep line, doesn't come over, doesn't cooperate. Not only that, but she's whacked herself in the back. Looks to me like currently Yellow's lying 2. Although Nancy does have the hammer. This is Jennifer's last stone. She's calling for a guard. They're still trying to figure out the ice. Trying to figure out how much of a curl they're going to have. Jennifer, by the way, is a past president of the USWCA. And under her tenure, 2 really popular events got started. One is the 5 and Under Open, which maybe not so much in the East Coast and the GNCC, where we have quite a few 5 and Under events. We've got a mixed, we've got a men's, we've got a woman's. The rest of the country, 5 and Unders are sort of a new phenomenon. Here we go. Jennifer's throwing. She's way out in the weeds and light. Sweeping it. See if they can get any kind of curl on that. They're working it. Oh, nice stone, Jennifer. Very nice stone. Nancy still has a opening for the draw. So as I was saying, Jennifer came up with the concept of a 5 and Under Open, which is women's men's and mixed teams, and it's become a very popular event in the other regions of the country, especially for 5 and under men who had no opportunity at all for any kind of competition like that. And then we also have the 5 and under women's challenges across the country as well. She got enough on that. It's floating out. It's floating out. So Jennifer takes that end. She steals. I think it's 2. It's hard to tell what's going on in the back. So the other event that Jennifer came up with a concept was the women's circuit, which is an opportunity for women to curl in a more competitive environment after the 5 and under, once they graduate. There's money involved, there's sponsors. Taco Bell is one of the big sponsors. All right, Jennifer did take 2. Stole 2. That'll get the team pumped up. Jennifer's asked Jane to put a freeze up, which is one of the hardest shots. See if Jane can execute it. It looks hot. Might clip the back. She's gonna get a piece of the back. Oh. She's trying to put up a guard, but she's hot and wide. No, I think it was hot in the first end, too. That was a good guard. Jennifer asked Jane for a draw in. They're sweeping it, but it does, again looks hot. That's nice. Almost, almost. Created a little pocket for Nancy to take advantage of. This is Julie Everett, her second. I heard one of them say it's a little hot. Boy, it looks like it's roaring along and then it just slows down. Trying to draw in, get it to the button, but they're struggling. This is Pauline Davies. A little hot. So draw into with some backing for cushion. Oh, they're running. It's not coming over. No. Still struggling with that weight. Let's see if Jennifer can figure it out. Cutting. Are they going to be able to hold it? No, not enough. It's that fine line between wide and heavy. She's got some weight on it. It's hanging out. I wouldn't do any sweeping. No, wasn't able to pull it off. A little too heavy. Unfortunately, she's now opened it up, giving Jennifer an opportunity. You can certainly see it. She can chip that out of there. She can be lying 3. Really put some pressure on Nancy. but she's got to hit it on the left side to get it chipped out of there. Otherwise, she's just going to whack it back on those onto her own stones. And if she loses the shooter, give the advantage to Nancy. Come with weight, a lot of weight. It is floating out. Floating out. Here it comes. It's going to hit that red. Didn't do any damage, really. And now it's made it impossible, really, for Nancy to try to get two out of this, because her shooter ended up in the middle of that hole. They're going to draw her in and see if they can get a bigger piece of that 4-foot than the yellow has. But the way this ice has been working with down weight and outside like that, it tends to fall off. See maybe if they've gotten a curl, but I don't think so. But in curling, hope springs eternal. Oh boy. All right, one red. So as I was saying, Jennifer developed this circuit event where Bonspiels pay money to get into the event, and individual players join the circuit. They must curl with another circuit member, but wins and placing earns them points that accumulate over the course of the curling season. And at the end, cash prizes are given out. And there's a national winner. Jennifer was the winner, actually, in, I think, last year. So that draw went a little deeper than Jennifer would have liked. Gives Nancy an opportunity. We want those draws to be in front of the tee line, not behind. Got it around that front corner guard. Gals are giving it a little body English, trying to get it to come over a little more, but it's not cooperating. We have Julie Everett, Ardsley's second shooting now. Nancy's asked her to draw her into that pocket. Wouldn't hurt if she was a little heavy. Tap back that yellow. I think that's what she's going to get, the tap. instead of the freeze into that pocket. But you get a nice separation. This is interesting. I'm curious as to why Jennifer called for the freeze and didn't go for the hit and roll over, or even the possible double. But Jane was a little heavy, so she did move one of the stones. Up and running for the gals. I think Greg actually slept here a couple of nights when we had the snow hit. Jennifer has an opportunity to set up a guard, protect that counter in there. Let's see if Nada can back off her weight. See if Pauline can get herself in there. Girls are running, so I'm thinking it's still on the hot side. Okay, she moves some granite. I think yellow's still counting. Nothing like a Thin Mint to set you up for the day. They're very good. All right, Nancy, I believe, is trying to draw her into that tiny little pocket over there. It looks to me like you can't tell who's counting. Although I don't see them looking at the two stones that closely, so maybe it's more obvious to them than it is to us. On sheet 3, Mel Downey and Callaway are keeping the sheet pretty clean. Not a lot of rocks in action. Jennifer's trying to draw in. Outcount those 2 stones on the side. But she's going to be on the guard. What she doesn't want to do is put that red one in. She's going to move it up? No, didn't really move it. But set it up for a possible promote from Nancy, but looks like Nancy's going to go for the draw. Obviously, one of the stones was closer than we could make out. But I still don't know who got the point. That would be Nancy. So now we have a tie game. Back to square one. In Jennifer's team's last competition at the Empire State, apparently she lost her voice. So the first 3 games, they managed with nothing but hand signals. She finally got her voice for the 4th event finals. I'm not sure if she won or lost, but if she lost, let's say she probably was better with the hand signals than her voice. Often wondered if you were allowed to use a whistle if you lost your voice completely and you were skipping, if you were allowed to blow a whistle. We'll have to ask our head umpire. I think I looked it up one time, but I couldn't find it. Yes. Any port in a storm. Jennifer's asked for a hit. See if it's going to come over. Yep, she's going to get a piece of it. But not enough to get it out. Nancy's called for a freeze. That actually is going to take the stone out. Almost. Those stones that hang in the back, they just keep pestering you. It's interesting, the last end they were throwing draws and draws. This end they decided to light up the ice a little more and go with the hits. see which team's more successful with this strategy. This looks hot. Nancy sweeping like crazy, trying to get it out, but not enough. Yellow's counting, but in the back of the house. Nancy doesn't want to try to get at that yellow stone in the back. She's asked for a draw. Second's going to come over and actually tap her own stone in if she calls them up. She didn't get her draw, but she got the stone where she wanted with a tap up. Jennifer's going to go for the hit. On this kind of ice, Jane needs to throw more of a down weight takeout. If she puts any kind of weight on it at all, it's going to hang out and float out. Asking for a guard. Close. I still see a piece of that yellow on the forefoot. All the games are pretty close so far. Nobody's really made a breakout, which you would expect in the semis. So there's good games. Girls are running, so that doesn't look like it's going to be a guard. Out in the weeds. It does slow down at the end. I wonder if Greg maybe double covered the houses. I'm not sure. Now it's wide open. Nancy doesn't have the hammer. If she doubles them out, she's going to be pretty exposed. See what she's decided to do. Looks like she's going after the one on the touching the button. actually floating out. Here it comes. She's not going to stick around. So Jennifer's line 2. It's a good opportunity. She can protect what she has. So this guard that Jennifer's supposed to throw, it is coming over. Say a freeze wouldn't be bad, but they've lost that. Set it up for Nancy to hit a double. Yeah, on sheet 3, Diane Muldowney lost her vice. She's down with a hurting head, not from hitting the ice, but from a migraine. So Elaine Ritchie from Broomstones Ladies is subbing in for her vice. Elaine, I know, will do a good job. It's always hard to lose your vice, especially when you're at this level in the semis. Let's see if Nancy's going to get this, if she's going to over-curl. She's over-curling. She's only going to get the one. Now she's giving Jennifer a straight shot at getting 3, a big 3. It's a good opportunity for the Standard team. Although this is a 10-inning game, I've seen it go back and forth several times. Oh, she rolled it. Here it comes. Nice hit. The Standard team takes 3. Yes. I don't know whether the ice has slowed down or the teams are tiring out. Barely got that over the hog line. And as I said, if they win this, they have the opportunity to curl again at noon. But the USWCA has some beautiful trophies and some beautiful pins. So, ladies, it's worth the effort. That was a nice draw. Let's see if Jennifer's lead can pick up that weight a little bit and follow that other stone into the house. But doesn't look like it. She's gonna crash. Ooh, look at that. The stone reversed. And they were able to sweep it right in where she had originally asked for it. That's what I love, plan Bs. This game's got plenty of plan A, B, C's, and right up to Z's. A little heavy. Sharp managed to take 2 in the 4th against Wood, so now she's only trailing by 1. So that red is counting, and Nancy's asked for a guard. Doesn't want to give yellow another opportunity to pull one in there and out counter red. Guard's gone deep, really deep, right out of the house. Struggling getting that guard up there. Or the draw in, trying to figure out that weight. See if Nada can figure it out. Try to get in that pocket and outcount that red stone. No, just not enough weight. Nancy's asking again for that guard. Instead of the guard, she got a counter, but it set up a dangerous situation for her. Because it's out in the open, and Jennifer can get at it. She might do some damage on the other red too. I think they better sweep it. There they go. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. She popped the red counter out. She got the first and second stone out. Gorgeous shot. Shout out to Sandra. Thanks for the nice words. I haven't a clue what I'm doing, and I'm half asleep. So Sandra, since you left, we had a huge snowstorm on Thursday, and I had to go out in my car and rescue the team from Wisconsin out of a snowbank. You think people from Wisconsin would know how to drive in the snow. And we had another storm yesterday, although not of the magnitude of the storm on Thursday, but enough to cause a little havoc. But Wisconsin learned how to drive between Thursday and yesterday, so they didn't need to get rescued. Jennifer, oh no, don't miss this, Jen. Oh, too bad, too bad. I think red is counting. But if Jennifer would have gotten that out, she would have been lying 4 and really giving Nancy the heebie-jeebies. think Nancy was trying to throw a hit on those back stones, but she's overcurled way too much. Kelly Stevens from the Coyotes is putting a lot of points up, but Cape Cod is hanging in there with them. Cape Cod's been doing very well during this competition. They had a phenomenal game yesterday against Kettle Moraine and Bonnie Dixon. I think Bonnie managed to finally get a point up on the board. I think the final score was 11-2. They quit after 8 ends. But the Coyotes are showing their mettle and giving the Cape a wake-up call. Jennifer's going at this red again, but her team better sweep like crazy because I think she's going to miss it yet again. She's going to get a piece. Going to get a piece. Got a little bit of a piece, but not enough. And now Nancy's lying 1 when she could have been looking at 4 yellows. She's now lying 1 and an opportunity of drawing for a second. She needs this second point to bring it back up. And Carol Wood's hanging in there. I'm telling you, she's doing a great job. I don't think we're ever going to see this. They're sweeping hard. They're yelling at each other. They're sweeping hard. Nice stone. Nice stone. She got her 2. So at the end of 5 ends, the score is Nutmeg 5 and Ardsley 4. So we've got game on. Yeah, game on. So Maldani managed to take 2 in the 5th and bring their score within 2 of Callaway. Callaway's 5, Maldani's 3. So all the games are close. Coyotes are 5 against Cape Cod 3. Although Coyote has taken 4 out of the 5 ends. So hopefully Cape Cod can figure it out. Come back the second 5 ends. Right now, I don't know if you can hear, but our Iceman is sound asleep and snoring. It's like someone's cutting lumber back there. I don't know how anybody can sleep during the chaos of the semis, but the Iceman is sound asleep. And so is the web stream master, or whatever you call him. I'm not repeating that. Oh, he woke up. On sheet 3, Muldowney just threw a beautiful freeze. Her team threw a beautiful freeze to Callaway Stone in the back of the tee at the 4-foot. So, some great matches out here. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the 66th USWCA Women's Nationals here in Broomstone's Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts. And we are watching the semis of the third event and the fourth event. The third event semis are in sheet 1 and 3, and the fourth event is on sheet 2 and 4. The good news is, although I can hear the Iceman snoring like crazy, it's not coming across on the broadcast. Oh. Carol took 4 in the 5th on sheet 4. Carol Wood against Cleveland. Bonnie Sharp. So Jane Beattie, unfortunately, flashed her takeout. And Nancy's taking advantage of that by asking for a guard. Looking hot, looking a little hot. No, slowing down. Slowing down nicely. Work it a little more, girls. Pull it over. You only managed to cover about half that rock, but it's still exposed. The problem with trying to... Oh, Jennifer's just going to clear the guard. Hope to go for a double. And coming down the better side of the ice. Not working with that fall on the other side along the sweep line. However, Jane just got a little wide. She's going to get a piece of the guard, but she's not going to... Oh. Oh. Went to clear the guard instead of hit those outside stones, and but a freeze works good as well. That's what she's going to get, a little bump, little bump. Now Jen's looking at 3 in the house. Oh no, I think she's going to miss everything. Well, she might get the back red. Might get a nice little roll. No, that's going to go right out of the house. Now, Nancy's gotten a couple of lucky breaks. Nada put some big weight on that stone, but it just took off right away. I think that's a little too much ice, but we'll see. Nancy's asked for a guard. That's looking hot again. But here we go, it's slowing down. This works. Now Jennifer has to move 3 pieces of granite. If she comes from the other way, changes the Nope. Nope, she's gonna go for the hit. She comes from this way and Nada puts big weight on it and is outside it all. It's not gonna come back, it's gonna float out. Let's see what happens. She's hit the line. She's done a nice job of hitting inside that sweep line. But it's floating a little. See, they've called him up. She's only going to get one. She's going to roll out. And Nancy's just going to keep putting them up. On the other hand, the house is pretty wide open. Jennifer was thinking of asking Nada to come in for the draw, but with 3 pieces of red looking at her, she decided to go with a hit. See if Nancy can place the perfect guard. Oh, that looks good. So Jennifer may switch to the draw. No, she's still looking at the hit. Leave the draw for her last stone. She has to. But in my opinion, she ought to try the draw now so she can figure it out. So she'll have it in her back pocket for her last shot. But she's going for the hit. Here we go. They're pulling it out. They're getting it past that red guard. She only got one out. Nancy's still counting. But now she's totally exposed. She's going to have to go for the guard and force Jennifer into the draw. On sheet 3, Diane Muldowney tried to go for promote on her red, which was surrounded by 3 yellows, and she was too heavy and ended up popping her red out and leaving Marcy counting 3. So Nancy missed her guard, opened it up completely. Jennifer's going for a hit for 2. Even if, I think Nancy, even if she'd missed the front guard of hers, she was too heavy. She would have taken her own stone out trade for trade. So Marcy hogged her guard. Oh, here goes Jennifer. She's wide, and she's heavy, and it's falling. And unless it hits something else, she's gonna... Ah, she got it. She got it. So Jennifer's taken 2. On sheet 1, the Coyotes are marching along. Cape's only been able to get on the board once in the second end, and the score is now 7-3 in favor of the Coyotes after 6 ends. Diane's trying to salvage the problem she created when she set it up for 3 for Marcy. And she managed to cut her down to 2. So after 6 ends, the score, Callaway 7, Muldowney 3. And on sheet 2, the score is 7, Stannard 7, Clancy 4. So after the semis and during the finals, Broomstone's ladies are going to be serving a very nice brunch, including Bloody Marys, Caesars, and mimosas. And the smell is from the food is finding its way upstairs to the broadcast booth area, and my stomach's starting to growl. I hope you can't hear it. Jennifer's lead, Aaron put in a nice draw behind cover. Let's see if Laura Hill, Nancy's lead, can do the same. But she's struggling with her weight. Her first stone was way light, and her second stone is heavy, although it managed to hang around the back of the house. So on sheet 4, Bonnie Sharp took 3 in the 7th. And now she's up on Carol Wood by 1.
Really nice. Very close.
We may yet get to see what she has under her hat. Nancy's going to go for the draw rather than move some of that granite out front. Nope, she's changed her mind. Let's get rid of some of that mess. She needs to be able to score some points. She's down by 3. Julie Everett's thrown. Definitely going to move some of those guards out of the way. That's improved the situation. Jennifer's asking for some more traffic up front. Trying to protect her lead. And she's got one touching the button. So Jennifer got what she was asking for. Nancy's gonna go for the clear. Let's see if Julie can deliver. And she's put weight on it. Heavy sweeping. No, not sure why they weren't sweeping. I guess Nancy wasn't seeing what I was seeing. Well, Nada was supposed to put up a guard on that counter on the 4-foot, and it said the stone had a mind of its own. It's ended up in the weeds over here on the left. I don't know whether it picked or what happened. Nancy gets another chance to move some granite out of the way and open up that house. Looks like the Cape has a chance to maybe make a comeback here on sheet 1. She's opened it up, but Jennifer's asked Nada to give her another guard. Let's see if she can get this one in the right quadrant. Sandra, I used that phrase for your advantage. Thought you'd like it. The stone's not going to guard. It's heavy. She's going to take it in. Try to put another counter in the house, but it's gone to the back. And now that yellow one's sitting there like a sitting duck. See if Pauline's got a wide open shot on it. Interesting choice of ways to come. I'm not sure why she's picked that way. I would have gone with outside in, but it's running the line. Here it comes. Oh, nice shot and beautiful roll. Almost 3/4 behind cover, and the stone in the back, the red stone in the back, is also counting. So Nancy has a shot now to try to catch up, try to get some more points up, but Jennifer's up first, and she's a tough cookie. She's running down, so I don't know whether they're tight on time, what's going on, or she's just excited about the way the game's going. Yesterday in the Kettle Moraine game, I think it was Kettle Moraine 2, Judy Mayer had 17 seconds left when she let go of her last stone. The crowd loved it. Judy acted like nonchalant, no nerves, or nerves of steel, actually. Well, Jennifer had a oopsie, and she's let Nancy back in. Oh, I wish they had brought that into the house for the third counter. It wouldn't have been deep enough for Jennifer to be able to do anything with it. And she's already going to be nervous on her next shot because her first draw was so not good. And they could have brought that in for the third counter, Nancy's team. So Cape Cod took 4 in the 7th. Second time on the board, but they're now tied with the Coyotes. Jennifer needs this draw, and she needs to bury it. Or Nancy has a great opportunity to tie up the score. And I'm not sure what happened on sheet 4. I thought they hung a score that put Sharp up ahead of Wood, but I think they tried to the 3 that they took in the 6th. They also tried to put it back up as a 3 in the 7th, even though they hadn't played the 7th end yet. Jennifer managed to get in the house, but she is totally exposed. Now, if Nancy had taken her first stone in as the third counter, she'd be sitting looking at the possibility of taking 4. But 3 is still nice. She'll be tying it up. Goes Nancy. They swept it. They pulled it out a little bit, but her weight looks good. She's got nice weight. They're going to sweep it again so it doesn't jam on the back. So she takes 3. Tie it up. Game on. Or is that beam me up, Scotty? That's So the Clancy standard combo is, I don't know whether that's intentional or whether the ladies are running out of steam. So Aaron's been asked to draw in behind that red semi-corner guard. And she's struggling, because that is going to fly right through. When you start getting tired and those legs start wearing out on you, the first thing that goes is your ability to control your weight. And hopefully she can get it back. Maybe a little power bar. And you can see that again with Nancy's lead. Just struggling to control their weight, get it down. Although this one managed to hang around the back. Now she's got some backing, so if she's a little heavy, she might get hung up on that red. Right now, Jennifer's working with just one sweeper. I'm not sure what happened to Nada. And this time, Nada's back, but this time Aaron overcompensated. She was too heavy on the first one, and not heavy enough on the second. So on sheet 4, rather than Bonnie Sharp taking 3 in the 7th when the 7th hadn't happened yet. Carol took 1 in the 7th and is up by 3. This looks like a good stone. Better get on it, girls. Oh, they didn't get on it soon enough. They misjudged that weight. I'm not sure I'd do this. I think Jennifer needs to keep working on that, getting that draw. I'm not sure how she thinks she's going to get this. Jane's going to have to throw down weight. Look, well, it's looking good though. Looking good. And get it past that red. Jennifer, get in there. Get in there. See if we can get it. See if we can get it. I think Nancy's going to do a run back on that red. Although I'm not sure she's doing that or whether trying to get inside. Pauline has thrown a lot more weight than Jean, but it's curling. She should have called them up sooner. She might have gotten that run back, but at least she opened it up. Marcy's starting to pull away from Muldowney on sheet 3. And unless Diane can get a sheet with some big numbers, she's going to have a hard time. And Marcy's starting to run all the red stones. Oh, nice, Nada. Another yellow one popped in there. Well, I think Nancy got confused and thought it was her shot. And I don't know why her vice was down having this major conversation with her as if it really was Nancy's shot. Nancy started down the ice and then realized it was actually Pauline's shot. So now that they've worked out who's actually shooting the stone, let's see if they can make the shot. This looks like a good stone. And line on the 2 most important stones normally, and you've only been in the house for 1/4 of the time. Yes. So Nancy's going to try to get in here instead of going for the draw on the other side. She's going to have to throw pretty much like hack weight. Oh. Are they going to be able to hold it? So far they are. So far they're holding it. Sweep hard right now, right now, right now. Now, up. Oh. Yeah. I don't really think that shot was there. I would have gone for the draw on her first shot. Get that weight down. Well, both front ends are struggling on these teams, and that's why you're starting to see a lot of granite out front. They're missing their peels or just can't get the legs to get it in the house. So now Jennifer's drawing in or throwing up a guard. Nancy should have gone for the draw on her first shot when she had the chance. I don't think Jennifer's going to let her have a second chance on that. And even at that, she could only, well, if she'd drawn in on the first one, the button was open. But now the yellow one's been pushed onto the button, so the best she could do is cut them down. No, they're going to wreck and give Nancy a chance to. Oh, I don't think she can't get through that hole on a draw weight. So the best she can do is draw from this side, try to cut them down. I'm not sure she can come in with enough weight to hit that yellow and tap it back. Starting to curl because they're starting to run out of ends. It looks like it has weight. She's sweeping for line. She doesn't want it to crash on the guard, but that's heavy. It's just going to go right through. Well, it might hook up on that red. Oh, yes. Nice, Jennifer. Nice. 3 yellows. Let's see if Erin got her weight back. Jennifer wants a center line guard. Not in, but tight to the house. This is looking good. Nice shot, nice shot. She got good depth on that free guard. Well, it came over a little bit, a little more than they anticipated, but still a nice stone. So, Coyotes took 1 in the 8th. It's a tight game. despite the fact that the Coyotes have taken 6 out of the 8 ends. Cape's managed to bust a couple of big ends and make it very competitive. Well, Diane took 2 in the 8th. So she's trying to make a comeback on the road. A hard thing to do against the Callaway team, but it's doable. She's only down by 3 if she can steal in the 9th. Steal in the 10th. Erin's giving it another try. See if she can get that stone out front. They're working. They're working. I can hear them now. Are we anywhere near the hog line? Yep. They managed to get it over. Sometimes it feels like you're dragging that stone for a mile before you get to the hog line. So Nancy's going for a draw rather than trying to clear that front. She must know something about her team that I don't. Her lead is heavy again. Let's see if it hangs up in the back of the house. Yeah, it does. But it gives something for Jen. Heard of them. So maybe they're an arena. Randy says they're an arena club. I love it. The more clubs, the merrier. Although those of you listening that curl on arena ice know that it's a totally different game than a game on dedicated ice. My hat's off to anybody that curls on arena ice. Very, very challenging. I think those of us that curl at a place like Broomstones are spoiled. All right, Nancy's going for the hit on that yellow. She's going to get it. See if she can get a little inside roll. Nope, but now she's lying 2 and looking nice. See if Jennifer's going to try to get that out of there. See if Jane can execute this shot. She just saw Nancy's team do it. It's doable. She looks a little more inside and light, but it's working. Here it comes. Nice stone. Nancy hits this. She's not going to be in the house. She's trying to go for a little roll. I think she's giving the same ice that they've been using. But her team's throwing a little more weight than Jen's, so you want to take a look at what's going on sheet 1. The Coyotes are lying 3. Oh, they just took 3. No, sorry, Cape. That's the Cape took 3. So now we've had a change of events. The Cape has finally woken up. Or as some of us say, they've decided to come to the party. I don't know what that would be in Star Wars speak. Maybe Randy knows. Nada's trying to draw her in. Weight's looking good. Starting to curl. Oh, nice weight. Right to the button. Oh, nice stone, Nada. That's a beauty. Right to the button behind cover. Doesn't get any better. Nancy's finally decided to move some granite. Hope it's not too late. Unfortunately, she moved a lot of granite, and one of her stones promoted the yellow into a centerline guard on the counter on the button. So although she moved a lot of granite out front, she put a piece of the other team's granite right in the wrong place for her. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. Nina's trying to throw a hit on that back red. Get rid of all that red in there. Unfortunately, I think she's going to move her guard. That was not the outcome they were expecting, and gave Nancy an advantage. She's throwing a hit. She wants up weight. She doesn't want to jam that yellow on her back red. Oh, it curled a little too much, glanced off the yellow, and whacked the red one in the back. Not what she wanted. The yellow is still sitting on the button. Now, the question is Jennifer going to do a take on the red and trade shots with Nancy and let her take one in the ninth and go up, 2 up, going home with a hammer? Or whether she's going to try to steal and go home 4 up without the hammer. Let's see what she's throwing. One of the hardest shots to throw in this game is a perfect guard. It's much easier to throw a take, and that looks like a take to me. But she's down weight, and she's gonna miss. It's gonna overcurl, and she's gonna hit herself. And she took the red one out. She knocked the one off the button and is lying too. That was a very good mishit. Not the intended call, but it worked out nicely for her. If Nancy's not careful, Jen could steal 2 and be going home 5 up. That would be pretty much insurmountable. So let's hope Nancy takes this in and we got a game on going home. She's thrown very light. I'm not sure what she was tending to do. I don't know why she just didn't. I'm not sure what she was. She's not even going to make the house. I think the shot was a freeze on the yellow. What she's ended up with is a mistake out in front of the house, unfortunately. And she is really giving the advantage to Jen. This is Jen's last shot. My guess is she's going to put up a center line guard. Would be nice if it was biting. And Nancy, who just missed her first draw, is going to have a lot of pressure on her to make her second shot. What Jen doesn't want to be is too heavy. But she's not. Be nice if she can get a center line guard that bites. I don't think that's going to happen, but still a good stone. But there's half the house is open to Nancy. And I've seen her make shots under pressure. She's little, but she's mighty. Okay, the girls are walking with it. They're not sweeping. That's what she wanted to do the first time. She managed to execute it the second time. Nice shot, Nancy. All right, she's 2 down. Going home without the hammer. But it's doable. On sheet 1, we are on the Vice's rocks. Coyotes, Cape is up by 2. This is Coyotes Vice's, I think, first shot. Trying to get some of those yellows out because Coyotes need at least 2. So Nancy's asked for a corner guard. But it's curling a lot. Look at that take off. Jennifer's going to take advantage of that. Keep the front open for her. Put something in the corner. But her lead is struggling. She's really I can tell she's tired. She's just a lot of weight. Slowing down though. Perfect weight. And Aaron came through for her in the 10th. On sheet 3, Diane stole one in the ninth. She's only down by 2, giving Marcy the heebie-jeebies. We've got great tight games on all 4 sheets. That's nice to see in the semis. Jane going to be able to peel this? Oh, she just missed it. I'm not sure why Nancy's doing this. I think she should try to draw in behind that guard she put up before they peel it. Maybe she's going for the wick and roll. That's a hard shot, though. Well, she got the hit and the roll, but too much of a roll. On sheet 1, the Cape put in a beautiful draw, which I don't think the Coyotes are going to be able to get out of there, and I think that pretty much cements the game for them. But Kelly's a wily Coyote, and she's going to try. Jennifer's trying to peel on that guard, and that's not a shot they have in their wheelhouse today. Nancy's finally going to use the guard she put up, which she desperately needs. She's going to try to steal 2 or even take 3 for the win. I can hear Nancy yelling, sweep. Not going to get it. Not going to get it. That was her Vice's first stone. She's only got 3 left. And right now, yellow's counting 1. Well, she's going to get the red this time, but if it comes over too much, she might whack that red into her yellow. That's the counter. Up. No, doesn't change the complexion. Yellow's still counting. And there's no way Nancy can get at that. She can't come outside in on this ice. She'd hit the side before she could come back in. So on sheet 1, we've got handshaking, and Cape Cod 1 goes on for the honor of playing at noon. Oh, no. Now the yellow's able to get at that yellow, possibly. It was a great game on sheet 1. Everybody can hold their head high. Maybe the other team will fall and burn all the stones. So Diane has thrown a bomb, which I'm not sure why she's doing that, because she's trying to steal. Well, it looked like a bomb. It's not going to go through that hole, I hope. Oh, no. Oh, boy. That was that. This is going to be a nice stone. Nancy. Nancy's still got hope. See what Jennifer does. Hopefully Jennifer doesn't throw a bomb and hang out and hit herself. Jennifer takes that out, we'll be shaking. But it's been a good game. Two worthy opponents who have, I'm sure, have seen each other on the ice multiple times. She's got some weight. We've got the last two skips rocks. Chester is on to the finals, and whatever's under her hat, we're going to have to wait to see in the finals. Congratulations, girls.